It's English time! Hi, I'm Teacher Mitch. Come and join me as we learn English the easy way. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to keep updated with my latest uploads. Please also share and hit the like button if you appreciate my videos. Thank you! Hi there everyone! Nasa lesson 3 na tayo ng ating most essential learning competency, using a variety of informative, persuasive, and argumentative writing techniques. Dahil related ang topic natin today sa previous lesson natin about argumentative essay, mag-review muna tayo sandali. Argumentative essay is a kind of writing that aims to make the reader agree with the writer's opinion about a controversial or a debatable issue. Lagi niyong tatandaan na ang topic na pipiliin nyo for your argumentative essay ay dapat controversial or debatable. Ito yung mga topic na sa palagay ninyo ay meron kayong kasalungat na opinyon. Last time naman, we talked about persuasive essay. If you haven't watched it yet, click mo lang yung link na nasa description box. Although persuasive essay and argumentative essay share some similar characteristics, still, there is a boundary of difference between the two. Basically, they both follow the same format: introduction, body, and conclusion. In fact, both essays must have thesis statement. Ito yung stand mo about a certain issue. Ito yung statement mo sa pinaniniwalaan mong tama. This is your point of view na gusto mong patunayan through evidence. Both essays also contain reasons and evidence to support the thesis statement. At ang mga ito ay isinusulat sa body of your essay. Now, here's the difference. Only argumentative essay has counterclaim and rebuttal. This is the opposing argument na kailangan mong kontrahin o i-rebut. Another significant difference between the two is that persuasive essay is emotion-based. Kaya nga sa previous video natin, I also discussed Aristotle's 3 persuasion techniques: pathos, logos, and ethos. While argumentative essay is more on logical reasoning. Since we're done with lesson 1 and 2, we will now proceed to lesson 3, Argumentative Writing Techniques. Now, let's analyze this question. Kapag sumusulat ka ng argumentative essay, what is the purpose of your argument? The answer is, to prove your point. Gusto mong patunayan na tama ang opinion mo, na tama ang pananaw mo tungkol sa isang kontrobersyal na issue. The next question is, how will you prove your point? At this point, kailangan mong gumamit ng format or structure to justify your stand. Maybe, nakasulat ka na ng isang buong argumentative essay pero hindi ka lang aware na nai-apply mo na pala ang argumentative structures na i-discuss ko ngayon. If this is your first time to hear about these argumentative structures, makinig kang mabuti. Para sa susunod na pasulatin ka ni teacher ng argumentative essay, at least you know which among these structures best suits your essay. Again, if nakasulat ka na before ng argumentative essay, maybe you are not just aware na na-i-apply mo na pala ang mga argumentative structures na ito. We have proposal argument, causal argument, definition argument, and narrative argument. Let me discuss each of these. Have you ever asked yourself why there are existing problems in our society? Kung bakit maraming mas mahirap na Pilipino kaysa sa mayaman? Kung bakit patuloy na dumadami ang cases ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas sa kabila ng attempts ng government to control the spread of the virus? Behind these problems, for sure, aware ka rin na marami na ang ginawang solutions ng government to address these. But still, they remain unresolved. Andito pa rin ang problema. But as for you think that there is this one better solution to at least alleviate the problem. Isang solution na gusto mong i-propose dahil sa palagay mo ay ito ang best solution. And when you put your argument through writing, you are now composing a proposal argument. A proposal argument is a structure of argument that focuses on presenting some kind of proposal as a solution to a problem, outlining the details of the proposal, and providing good reasons to support the proposal. This type of essay works well if you see a problem you want to fix or see change you want to make. For example, it's not enough to argue that cigarette smoking is bad for one's health. Most people would agree. But you could make a good argument that we need a plan to cut down on teens who are becoming addicted to cigarettes. Here is a sample introductory paragraph of a proposal argumentative essay. Malaria is an infectious disease caused by parasites that are transmitted to people through female Anopheles mosquitoes. Each year, over 500 million people will become infected with malaria, with roughly 80% of them living in sub-Saharan Africa. Nearly 500,000 people die of malaria each year, most of them young children under the age of 5. Unlike many other infectious diseases, the death toll for malaria is rising. While there have been many programs designed to improve access to malaria treatment, the best way to reduce the impact of malaria in sub-Saharan Africa is to focus on reducing the number of people who contract the disease in the first place, rather than waiting to treat the disease after the person is already infected. According to the essay, what is the existing problem? The answer is the rising cases and deaths in Africa due to malaria. Then, what are the existing solutions to address the problem? Answer is, there are many programs designed to improve malaria treatment. Now, the highlighted part is the thesis statement. It is the stand of the writer. He is proposing that the best solution to the problem is to reduce first the number of people who contract the disease instead of focusing on the treatment itself. Parang sinasabi ng writer na prevention is better than cure. Huwag mag-focus sa treatment, kundi kailangang mag-isip ng pamamaraan kung paano makakaiwas sa sakit na ito upang hindi na dumami ang mga taong kailangang gamutin. This is his proposal. So in the body of his essay, he can list down and further explain the outline of his proposal. Now, I want to ask the same questions na tinanong ko sa inyo kanina. Bakit nga ba maraming mas mahirap na Pilipino kaysa sa mayaman? Bakit nga ba patuloy na dumarami ang cases ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas sa kabila ng attempts ng government to control the spread of the virus? But this time, hindi ka magpo-propose ng solution. Instead, you will try to identify the underlying cause of the problem. For sure, marami lang nag-attempt sumagot sa tanong na, bakit nga ba patuloy na dumarami ang cases ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas despite the constant attempts of the government to control it? But behind these reasons, meron kang gustong i-prove. Meron kang naiisip na real cause ng problema. At gusto mong patunayan na ito talaga yung totoong sanhi kung bakit nag-e-exist ang problemang ito. When you put this in writing, you are actually composing a causal argument. A causal argument is one that focuses specifically on how something has caused or has led to some particular problem. It answers a how or why question. How did things get to be the way they are? Why did something happen? A causal argument is an important argument type as people are often looking for reasons as to why things have happened but may not be sure or have all of the necessary information. In your causal argument, you get the chance to make these things clear. For example, you will write an argumentative essay explaining why Facebook remains popular despite privacy complaints. Here is a sample introduction of a causal argumentative essay. Child abuse, defined as the physical or mental injury of a child under the age of 18 by a person who is responsible for the child's welfare, and other various forms of violent behavior inflicted onto adolescents or in their presence, is an overwhelming cause of the occurrence of similar events in the child's future, when the former victim has reached an age when he or she can be classified as the administrator of such actions. A number of contributing factors, such as living conditions, financial standing, personal relationships, and school and gang-related violence can also have a considerable effect on abuse and violence. Naturally, not every victim of child abuse and/or violent crime will emerge into a monster in his or her adult years. And occasionally, someone who experiences a near-perfect childhood will turn the tables and develop into the exact opposite upon reaching maturity. However, enough conclusive links exist between sufferers of childhood violence and those who carry out the same type of abuse to deduce that there is a significant connection. The existing problem, as mentioned in this essay, is child abuse. And it is also stated here that there are a number of contributing factors such as living conditions, financial standing, personal relationships, and school and gang-related violence that cause child abuse. But for the writer, he wants to prove that there is a significant connection between a person being a victim of violence during his childhood and him becoming an abuser when he grows old. And this point of view of the writer ay mababasa nyo sa thesis statement niya, which is the highlighted part. If this is his thesis statement or his stand on the issue, he can further support it by evidence pagdating sa body ng essay. Now, paano at kailan naman tayo susulat ng definition argument? Definition argument structure is used to clarify a controversial term or concept. So kapag pinasulat ka ni teacher ng argumentative essay of any topic, pwede mong i-adapt itong definition argument. But the question is, kailan ba nagiging controversial ang isang term or concept? Nagiging controversial ang isang term or concept kapag nagiging iba-iba ang pagkakaunawa ng tao tungkol sa term or concept na ito. And the worst is, because its definition varies from person to person, a sort of conflict arises. For example, when we try to define white lies, the question is, kailan nagiging mabuti o masama ang pagsisinungaling? Kailan masasabing white lie pa rin ang pagsisinungaling na ginawa ng isang tao o hindi na? The concept of white lies could vary from person to person. And in this case, you can write a definition argumentative essay about this topic. Definition argument focuses on clarifying a definition of a controversial term or concept. In other words, a definition argument is one that asserts we cannot make clear assertions or possess a clear understanding of an issue until we understand exactly what the terms mean. Example is an argumentative essay arguing for the benefits of organic food with a focus on defining what organic really means. When writing a definition argument, remember to pick the right word. To write a great definition essay, you need to pick the right topic or term to focus on. To choose the best term for your definition essay, make sure that it has complex meaning, it is disputable, and it can mean different things to different people. Here is a sample introduction of a definition essay. The title and the term that the writer wants to define is Business Ethics. Should businesses be ethical and socially responsible, or is it too much to ask? As a society, we are highly aware of the role and impact of businesses in social, economic, ecological, and cultural environments. which is why we expect companies to act responsibly and think ahead instead of focusing solely on corporate gains. The concept of business ethics means applying moral principles to decision-making processes, while ethical decisions have far-reaching implications. Businesses do not operate in vacuum and inevitably interact with numerous internal and external stakeholders on a daily basis, which suggests that companies should have a guideline or framework to ensure ethical decision-making at all times. The fact that the concept of business ethics is not regulated by law and is rather broad results in that every business entity defines it differently. The writer of this essay finds it significant to define the term business ethics because probably nakikita niya na maraming business establishments ang hindi nagpapakita nito. For him, business ethics should be clearly defined para ma-practice ito ng mga negosyante in running their businesses, in treating their workers, as well as the customers. In his thesis statement, he made it clear that the concept of business ethics is not regulated by law and is broad, which results in that every business entity defines it differently, and so it is not properly implemented as well. Paano naman yung narrative argument? It doesn't mean na narrative ay basta ka nalang magkukwento ng tungkol sa kahit anong topic na gusto mo. We are not talking about a narrative essay, but a narrative argumentative essay. Since it is an argumentative essay, dapat ay mayroon kang ipinaglalaban. Meron kang gustong i-point out. It's just that, when you support your argument, you will do it in a narrative manner. So, paano ba yun? For example, the government insists on telling us to stay at home. Ito ang nakikita nilang isa sa pinakamabisang paraan upang hindi man totally ma-stop ang pag-spread ng COVID-19 ay at least man lang ma-lessen or mapabagal ang pagdami ng cases. Despite this, you notice na marami pa ring mga tao ang matitigas ang ulo, panay labas ng bahay kahit sinasabing stay at home. Now, you argue and you will prove na ang katigasan talaga ng ulo ng tao ang nagpapalala sa sitwasyon kung kaya't mabilis kumalat ang COVID-19. To support your claim or stand on the issue, you will narrate a real-life experience of a person who contracted COVID-19 and suffered a lot from the disease because of his negligence and carelessness. By doing so, you will be able to convince your readers that you have a point. Moreover, you can encourage them to stay at home through your call to action sa conclusion part ng essay mo. Here is another possible topic for a narrative argumentative essay. Let's say, you want to write an argument about climate change because alam naman natin na climate change is a major concern not only for select countries but in the whole world for years already. So, instead of presenting facts and statistics, you tell the story of one geographic location that has experienced some negative effects of climate change. You will also tell the story of the people who have been impacted. With this technique, the narrative argument, mas makakonvince mo ang reader to accept your stand by narrating the actual experiences of the people or things involved.
Thanks for watching!